Good morning, Steve Balistrieri here from SpecialOperations.com. Hey, we're going to do some field expedient land navigation training, hands-on stuff today. I've been getting some questions on my Twitter account, which I normally use for my football writing, but hey, we'll answer anything that anyone has, whether it has to do with the SFAS in selection or SFQC with the Special Forces Qualification Course. In the future, if anyone does have any questions, you can email me at steve.hurricane.media or at my Twitter account at SteveB7SFG, which translates to 7th Special Forces Group, so it's easy to remember. Anyway, one of the first things that we talked about in our land navigation articles was always tie down your equipment during SFAS or the Q course for that matter. And here's a very good reason why. This compass I found during my days in Panama. Army lends out a compass. Somebody jumped on Gatun drop zone in Panama, and before they burned off the elephant grass, this got caught on the elephant grass and was pulled off their gear. It wasn't tied down. A couple of days later, we were walking through there after a jump of our own, and I found this, and this has been my backup Lenzetta compass ever since. So, lesson number one, tie down your gear. That way you won't lose it. Because if you lose your compass on the selection or SFQC, you're done. You're basically done. So, the question I received was, somebody said, if you lose your Army protractor, could you still navigate from point A to point B? And the answer is yes. It's difficult. It's not the preferred method, but I'm going to show you how. First thing you want to do, open your compass all the way. Lay your compass on one of the grid lines for the map. This isn't the best map. It's not a U.S. Geological Service map. It's a Massachusetts Department of Highway maps, but we have to use what we've got. The first thing you want to do is orient your map so it's facing north. Now, the declination diagram for New England is 14 degrees. However, this map doesn't have that, so you just want to turn this until your north-seeking arrow lines perfectly up with your arrow here in the top of your compass and along your grid line right here. Now your map is oriented in the direction of travel. This is how you would be looking at the terrain in front of you. And we're just going to navigate real quickly. I know where I live at, so this is my house right here. And again, normally we would do this with a real fine pencil, but it's hard to see on the video, so I'm going to use one of these big fat markers. Don't worry about it. We wouldn't do this in the real world. And we're going to navigate up to the school up here. So we put your dot there. Without moving your map, leaving it oriented north, you lay the straight edge of the compass. Just like that, you draw a line from point A to point B. Now, that's your direction of travel. At the time, you want to rotate your bezel ring. The luminous dot in your bezel ring, let me put that down. Your luminous dot in your bezel ring should match up exactly with your direction of travel. Now, that is a cardinal direction. If you follow that and you keep the two dots lined up, you should be able to navigate from point A to point B. Again, it's not perfect, but if you lose your protractor, you can still get from point A to point B. Just keep your two dots lined up and you should be good to go. And in the future, like I said, if you have any questions, be sure to email me or send me something on Twitter. In the meantime, be sure to check out all the great articles on SpecialOperations.com and SoftRep. There's a lot of good stuff coming up, and we're going to have more stuff, more hands-on with land navigation and some rucking. We're going to do some rucking out there. I'm going to break out my rucksack. So thanks for listening. Keep reading the articles, and we'll talk to you soon.